Norwich City were formed in 1902 and their first home ground that they played at were Newmarket Road. They played there for a total of 6 seasons and they recorded their biggest ever attendance there, which was 10,366 in the final year of their stay. Following a dispute over the conditions of renting Newmarket Road, the club moved to a new home in 1908, a converted disused chalk pit in Rosary Road, Norwich. The new ground became known as The Nest. By the 1930s, the ground capacity was proven insufficient for growing crowds at The Nest. The physical limitations of the site meant that expansion was not possible, and there were safety concerns with the existing structures. On the 15th of May 1935, the FA wrote a letter to Norwich City saying that The Nest was no longer suitable for large crowds and measures must be taken. But Norwich City were in luck. About half a mile south of The Nest, they found a new site, the Bolton Paul Sports Ground in Carrow Road, which belonged to J.J. Coleman. Norwich City began construction of Carrow Road in 1935 and it only took 82 days to complete. The stadium was opened on the 31st of August 1935. The first match to be played at the ground was a second division fixture against West Ham United. Norwich City won the game 4-3 in front of a crowd of nearly 30,000. The first competitive goal at the ground was scored by Norwich City's Dougie Lockhead. When the new stadium was opened, a couple of club officials commented saying it was the largest construction job in the city since the building of Norwich Castle, and some other people described it as the 8th wonder of the world. In 1956, floodlights were erected at the ground which cost the club nearly £9,000 and almost sent them into bankruptcy. However, Norwich City's success in the 1958-59 FA Cup secured the financial status of the club and provided sufficient funds for a cover to be built over the southern stand. In the wake of the Ibrox Stadium disaster in 1971, a government inquiry brought more stringent safety requirements which then applied to Carrow Road, resulting in the capacity being drastically reduced to just under 20,000. With focus on the dangers of standing, seats began to replace terracing. By 1979, the stadium capacity had rose to 28,000 with 12,000 seats. A fire in 1984 partially destroyed one of the stands, which eventually led to its complete demolition and replacement in 1987 by a new city stand. After the Hillsborough disaster in 1989 and the subsequent outcome of the Taylor Report in 1990, the stadium were converted to all-seater. In 2003, the south stand was replaced by the new 8,000-seat Gerald stand. In the summer of 2010, work was undertaken to increase the ground's capacity from 26,000 to 27,000. This was achieved by finding additional capacity for seats within the existing stands. In 2004, £700,000 was spent by the club investing in improving the pitch. The former all-grass surface was replaced by a sand-based Deso Grassmaster one, the mixture of artificial and real grass, which according to one of the groundsmen, guaranteed that the pitch would be looking good enough for almost every match to be broadcast on television. The 4 stands at Carrow Road are now known as the Regency Security Stand, the Barclay, the Geoffrey Watland City Stand and the South Stand. Carrow Road has never hosted a match involving the England national team. However, the England under-21 team has played at the stadium on 5 occasions. The record attendance at Carrow Road was set in 1963 when 43,984 people watched an FA Cup match against Leicester City, which Norwich City lost 2-0. The record attendance since the ground has become all-seater came in 2016 when just over 27,000 people watched a match between Norwich City and Newcastle United. Norwich City's biggest wins at the ground were 2 8-0 victories. The first came in 1951 when they defeated Walsall 8-0, and then in 1989 they defeated Sutton United 8-0. Their biggest ever loss at the ground came in 2009 when they were defeated 7-1 by Colchester United, and I think by memory that was the opening game of the League One season that particular year. So that is my video on Norwich City's Carrow Road. It's been their home ground since 1935. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know in the comment section below. Compared to some of the other grounds, it's quite young. In comparison, some grounds are well over 100-year-old, and this isn't even 100-year-old. But if you've been to this ground, let me know. And if you've got any memories of this ground as a home or away supporter, I'd like to know. Just before I go, if you haven't already checked on the community page, the other day, out of nowhere, I received an email from YouTube stating that my YouTube account, History of Football, has been demonetized, aka it means that I can't make any more money off videos. According to YouTube, I've been reusing other people's content and stealing other people's content and posting other people's videos instead of my own. I appealed the decision and they come back and said that they could not determine whether I was using my own videos or stealing other people's content, which I find absolutely ridiculous. It's put the future of this channel in jeopardy, but I'm going to keep making videos. I can't apply for monetization until March 2024, so it's going to be a tough couple of months making videos and not making any profit off it, because I was making a decent profit off the videos. But thanks to everyone that's been supporting the channel and continues to support the channel, it means a lot. I've got some more videos coming out in the future. I might be heading to the Riverside Stadium this Saturday to watch Middlesbrough against Ipswich Town. We'll see how it goes. But anyways, this has been History of Football, and I'll catch us all later in the next one. Alright, tatty bye for now.